The Nuka-World PTS is arriving next week, and the 25th Fallout anniversary brought live lots of special events. Meanwhile, a lead community manager for 76 just quit. It's news time. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Bethesda announced the next public test for the Nuka-World on Tour DLC arriving this winter. Meanwhile, the 25th Fallout anniversary is being celebrated with over a dozen of special and limited events, including for Appalachia. There's also a new coin flip emote on the way, and a few implemented hotfixes. Moreover, a lead community manager for 76 is no longer working for Bethesda, and Senior Vice President Pitt Hines got promoted. Let's not forget about the new Doritos Power Armor paint as a result of a new Doritos Rockstar campaign and the active community events for this weekend. Alright, let's get into the details now, shall we? The Nuka-World on Tour public test is starting next week on Thursday, October 13 for Steam players on PC. This means the 4th DLC of 2022 will have about 1 month and a half testing time, until the content goes live for the live servers for everyone. Now, Bethesda already came forward with some in-depth details about the upcoming major features, as well as some teasing screenshots of the new locations. Just look at that, promising. Anyhow, there are 4 new events, some of which I have already covered in past videos through data mining. First, there is the Spin the Wheel, where players have to defend Nuka mascots like Bottle and Cappy from 5 enemy waves at the Big Top Tent, a new Nuka setting. This event has been pretty much done in the game files for months now, and the enemy types are selected through luck by spinning the wheel, in the literal sense. There are many enemy types you can get, from super mutants to Marlooks, to mole rats and all sorts of creatures, really. The second event is called Most Wanted, and it will take place in a new Wild West location. It's getting really wild out there. Now, this event sounds like fun, as players must play as actors in a Wild West show. As such, the objectives are all devious and outlandish, such as robbing civilians, stashing the illegal stuff into your wagon, and then fleeing the scene by defeating the sheriff and the robot army of law. Law and order, is it? As I said, it sounds like fun. There is no trace of this event in the game files yet, though. I guess soon enough we will know more. Next in line, there's the Tunnel of Love, another Nuka-themed event where players must assist Mr. Lovely with repairs and decorating an old abandoned mine, which is now transformed into a romantic ride, set for love. Tasks here will differ a lot, like hanging heart-shaped decor or repairing parts of the ride. The concept here sounds very alternative, I must say, but it might work out in the end. It's 76, after all. Lastly, there is the Seismic Activity, a new public event with a new world boss, the Ultrasite Abomination. Players must strike a nuke into an abandoned mine shaft in the Ash Heap region to lure the massive creature out for a chance to kill it for good. The basic event rules are similar to Scorched Earth and a Colossal Problem, just to make it clear. It's gonna be another boss event like the other 2 we have already. As obviously, each of the 4 events will come with their own unique rewards pool and on-team Nuka Tour and Nuka-Cola items, but Bethesda did not disclose any details there for the time being, apart from these screenshots where you can see some of the things coming, like a Nuka-Cola backpack, the trinkets, and possibly new outfits. We only have the back view, so it's difficult to say for sure. Moving forward, there are a few more things Bethesda revealed, such as the Nuka-Cade, a new Nuka-World location featuring carnival games and a new currency to exchange for new prizes. That's right, at Nuka-Cade, players can play games such as Nuka Zapper Race or the Bottle Blaster to win Nuka-Cade points. It's not clear how such games will work yet, but there will be a new rewards pool for this new currency. I can only imagine it will be similar to the Camden Park system, for example, with the tokens and the small missions, currency, and rewards. I believe the system will be very similar to what we have in game already. Lastly, Bethesda also confirmed the free camp building mode as one of the major features coming with the next DLC. This feature basically allows players to separate the camera from characters, which enables way more freedom when building camps, workshops, and/or shelters. No more walking, jumping, or running during building. Sounds really handy and promising. As for the rest of the new content, you will have to wait for next week to find out in the PTS. Bethesda has been celebrating the 25th Fallout anniversary with a lot of special events. In fact, they even created a dedicated website for the occasion, as you can see. It's handy since there are so many events to track, at least 12 of them, which I'm going to cover here, so relax and enjoy the free research I did. Let's begin with the kickoff special streams on Twitch. At first, I assumed this was a community-based event, as there was nothing going on October 7, the starting date, but it seems like it was a time zone mislap, because today I saw a special stream featuring senior quest designer Coral and community manager Devon. So it's also an official stream event. I'm just not sure there is a program. I couldn't find any, so I'm not so sure it's well organized. Next, there's the free play week for 76. Anyone can try the full game and all of its free DLCs, including the Pitt Expeditions released in September 13. The trial lasts until 11 of October and it excludes all the paid bundles, of course. The Prime Gaming giveaway is another way to play 76 on PC, all for free. If you are a Prime member, access the official Prime Gaming webpage. Log in and then access the 76 page. There you go. Now you can freely redeem your code, but this is not for Steam. It's only for the Windows Store, so keep that in mind. Also, this is just for the base game with all the free DLCs. It doesn't include any paid content. Another great event live for 76 is the free Fallout First membership trial for Xbox Game Pass. You can easily try out Fallout First for a month. Well, it's only 20 days to be precise, but Bethesda is calling it a free monthly trial. Either way, it's enough time to decide if the bonus perks are worth paying for or not really. Talking about free trials, Bethesda also came up with giveaways and a sale for the Fallout 4 Creation Club, so you know what to do if you are a regular user there. Moving forward, Bethesda came up with a massive sale for all Fallout titles and their bonus content. For example, on Steam, Fallout 3, 4 and New Vegas are all with a 75% discount for the base game, but it doesn't end there. Most DLCs are also being sold at half price, if not more. It's definitely a great time to go shopping if you are still missing something you really wanted and you didn't get yet. As for 76, the paid bundles are not affected by this sale, sadly. On the other hand, atoms on 76 are on sale, a huge one actually, since atom sales are not exactly common. It's possible to save up to 35% on atoms purchases. Basically, the more atoms you buy at once, the more you can save. It's a tricky strategy from Bethesda's part to persuade players to buy more. I know that, but in the end, it's a pretty good deal because you get to save way more than the usual times where you have to pay full price. Alright, another interesting global event is the Pulse Questionnaire, where players can take a quick quiz to understand their faction, loyalty, or orientation. I'm leaving the link below the video in case you wish to take it right away. It's a pretty fun one to do, as your next questions are shaped based on your previous answers. Also, there are dozens of possible results, aka factions, as you probably noticed by now since I'm showing some in the footage. My first result was Atom Cats, followed by the Brotherhood of Steel. Then I decided to do a few random quizzes, by answering randomly, and I always ended up with different results. So there is no doubt here the quiz is really complex and inclusive. There are factions from all Fallout games, I think. Pretty neat. Anyway, Xbox users can enjoy a free Dynamic 76 background for free. If you wish to access yours, then follow the steps I'm showing here. I don't own consoles, as you guys probably know, but I did spot a shorts from GamerZ Worlds showing how it's done, so I thought it would be useful to show you. You basically need to access personalization and then select your new dynamic background. It's actually a very old Fallout wallpaper with a generic power armor on display. Next, the mobile game Fallout Shelters is receiving its first update in over 4 years. Dedicated to aliens, I suppose Z-10s, there's also a few new features, such as a celebration room you can decorate. With the alien topic in mind, Zetans are back to 76 with the Invaders from Beyond event. There are no new rewards since the last edition, but it's always nice to see a returning event, especially if you are still missing a few unique rewards. It's time to get the farming going and get what you're missing. Last in line, the Spooky Scourge are returning soon on October 25, but it's unclear if there will be anything new other than new clothes on the enemy Scorched, that is. I explored this theme in my latest news, so feel free to check it out for more info. So it's unlikely that Bethesda will rush release anything new to farm with the 2022 Spooky Scorched. But then again, only time will tell. Well, Bethesda really went out of their way to celebrate his anniversary, it seems like. Anyhow, these are all the highlights for the 25th anniversary of Fallout. The link to the main website can also be found in the video description below if you wish to learn more details. Talking about the Fallout anniversary, there is a curious new emote in the game files, which might be releasing soon. Probably next Tuesday. I'm talking about his new coin flip emote. The animation preview was data mined by Madocrot, by the way. Now, why do I think this emote is going to get released soon? Well, that's because it's tagged with the 25th anniversary keyword, as you can see. Yes, in the game files, of course. Now, this new asset is clearly meant for the ongoing event, but I'm not sure what are Bethesda's plans for it or why haven't they released it yet. As shown, it's not tagged as cut content, so I do believe it will be released into the Atomic Shop very, very soon. It could be for free or as a paid entry though. The files do not specify that right now, but unless something went wrong, this one should be live in the following days. And because this news is mostly dedicated to special events, do let me tell you about another one, the recent campaign by Doritos and Rockstar. Yep, you can earn lots of prizes by purchasing such goodies in real life. You might want to check your country's official website for accurate info, as it's different from region to region, especially from the US to Europe. Anyway, besides tech rewards, this campaign also offers unique rewards for a few games like Halo Infinite, The Elder Scrolls Online, and Fallout 76. In this case, 76 players can redeem the Heat Eater Power Armor skin. Once you get your code, you need to first redeem it at Doritos or Rockstar. It depends on your region again. For US, you have to select your product and add the codes. If you are in Europe, for example, here for the Netherlands website, you have to put the code and then answer a question. But once you redeem your code, you can go ahead. You will get an email with another code to redeem at your Bethesda.net page. Once you do the entire process, you should be good to go. The next time you log in, you will see the skin for crafting. You need the power armor, and that's pretty much it. In my case, I'm living in Austria, and Austria is not really part of this campaign, so I could not get a code, but this is the preview of the skins. So if you need a preview to decide if it's worth getting the codes or not, here it is. Do enjoy! Now it's time to break some unfortunate news. Volsik, the lead community manager for 76, is no longer working for Bethesda Softworks. A strange coincidence, since one of the most active developers has also left the company recently, as I reported in this other video. Anyhow, the announcement of his departure was made by himself on October 7 through Bethesda's official Discord server, and the contents were quite casual and grateful towards the community. Anyway, Volsik's name might not be familiar to you if you rarely use Discord. However, Volsik is the same person as Nate Valenta from the 76 Dev VODs, where he often played moderator/host, so you might know him from there. Volsik was part of Bethesda's community manager team for over 4 years, after working at Blizzard for another 7 years. Well, I can only wish him all the best in life and in his next projects. Next, I recently noticed that Pitt Hines got promoted to head of global publishing at Bethesda Softworks. The gaming media has been widely covering this topic, so I thought about mentioning it here too. Anyhow, Hines has been the senior vice president of marketing and communications for many years now, but his path is now shifting roles. In a recent statement to games industry, Hines stated he's excited to work in his new role to help Bethesda's class teams make great games. I'm certain we will be hearing a lot more from Pitt Hines from now on, at least when it comes to new Bethesda titles. Let's shift the gears now to 76. There's an update on the expedition's weekly rewards. The Pitt Weekly plan from the first perfect run was quite buggy ever since the release day on September 13, but after several attempts, Bethesda was finally able to wrap things up. According to the latest Hotfix notes, this problem seems to be fixed for good. Now, thankfully, I rarely experienced this one, so I can't tell you for sure if the fix is working 100% or not, but I haven't seen any new reports in the past few days, so I am assuming this problem is now fixed for good, at long last. Alright, on October 3, Xbox players received a very small hotfix to address an issue with the social tab on this platform. It's not clear about what error players were experiencing, but I suspect it was this desynced generic one we often get regardless of the platform. It's everywhere. But either way, Bethesda was quick to address the issue and the friend lists seem to be back to normal on Xbox. Well, as normal as it can get, of course. Lastly, let me remind you about the active community events, starting with this weekend's double Mutations and double Rewards daily operations. This one surely goes live often lately. It's up until next Monday, October 10, and Bethesda really wants to force us to do more daily operations. At least it looks that way. Moving forward, there is one more special event live, Invaders from Beyond. This one is live until October 18. However, as I mentioned earlier, there are no new rewards to farm for since the last edition, so it's more like a challenge completion event than anything else. Unless you missed something last time, that is. Either way, happy farming! I have a brand new random bug to show you today, and it's this flippy floppy Fanatic robot in the pit. I was not recording right away when it happened, but I swear the robot was spinning for at least 1 minute straight. It was so crazy that I started recording, but it was too late then. As for how it got stuck in the grid, don't ask me, it just happened. Yeah, it flew high after getting destroyed. And it ended up there, the mysteries of 76. Well, that's all the news I have for you for the time being. I hope you are having a good one. I'm Marta Branco, thank you so much for watching. As per usual, a huge shout out to all my members and patrons. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And that's it really, I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye!